In 1994, the city of Yokohama decided to rebuild the Osanbashi Pier. Along with bringing the nearly 100-year-old pier up to modern standards, they also wanted to turn it into a source of pride for the city of Yokohama and a symbol for its port. And to hire the perfect people for this job, they held a design competition. This competition turned out to be its biggest ever international competition, with a total of 660 submissions from 41 countries. The grand prize was won by Mr. Alejandro Zaira Polo and Ms. Bashad Musavi, an architect team operating in the UK under the name Foreign Office Architects. And what they created is a marvel of modern landscape architecture. In 1858, the Tokugawa shogunate that ruled Japan signed the Treaty of Amity and Commerce and the Ansai treaties with the global superpowers of the time. After practicing nearly 214 years of isolationism, Japan had finally opened up. This treaty resulted in the opening of several Japanese ports, including the port of Yokohama. In 1894, the Japanese government provided funding to build an extended steel pier in this port, which would later be known as the Osanbashi Pier. Ever since, Osanbashi Pier has become a fixture on the Tokyo Bay, providing Japan with a marine gateway to the Pacific Ocean. Although it was reconstructed in 1964, by the 90s the pier was in bad shape and unable to handle the volume of ships and passengers going through it. The 1994 reconstruction aimed at expanding the port to accommodate the larger traffic. The city also wanted the new pier to become a source of pride and a symbol for the city's port. The design competition for the terminal was intense, and winning it required the then wife and husband team of Farhad Musavi and Alejandro Zaira to rethink the established template of terminal design. The pair designed a 430-meter long and 70-meter wide structure whose surface gently curves to an open space that serves as a public plaza. This plaza contains several paths that gently curve along the surface and disappear into it. The structure itself contains 3 vertical levels. On the top, the public plaza or the observation deck, which is entirely covered in wood and features 4 green spaces. A spacious middle floor houses the terminal's administrative and operational areas, including ticketing, customs, and restaurants. On the lowest floor is a parking garage. However, what makes it special is its direct opposition to what a terminal is supposed to be. Instead of a space that gets passengers in and out of the space as quickly and efficiently as possible by designing efficient paths, the terminal uses its paths to create a public space that encourages the passenger to find their own way and interact with other people. In order to design such a space, the architect started out by creating something called a no-return circulation diagram, which is basically a simplified diagram that depicts the circulation paths as closed loops, without any specific linearity. Visitors are taken through paths that meander vertically and horizontally before arriving at any destination, and the sight lines through the space are indirect. Some routes lead you directly to your destination, whereas some routes allow you to linger around and move more naturally. The major circulation paths become evident during high traffic times, but the gentle curves of the structure allow people to flow almost completely unrestricted. Once the circulation was figured out, the team had to design the structure itself. The design of the structure was primarily conceived in sections, something which only became possible due to advancements in computing and 3D modeling, which was quite new at the time. Using 3D modeling, the architects were able to design all 3 layers together, which gave rise to a unique cohesion and flow between these layers. Instead of using stairs and elevators to join the 3 layers, which broke the flow of the structure, the architects decided to use ramps. The entire building is mostly built with steel and features a concrete foundation. The architects also shied away from the usual post and column structure that most buildings that stretch along a single direction use. Through the use of a unique structural system made of folded steel plates and concrete girders, The architects were able to create a space entirely devoid of any support columns, creating a gargantuan open area on the inside of the structure. Located on the second floor, this hall can be used for a variety of social events like concerts, markets, fashion shows, and book fairs. To further preserve the cohesion and flow of the building, only 3 material finishes are used throughout the entire building. All mechanical plant and luggage handling units are designed to be concealed within the structure. The kiosks are built as mobile units with wheels, which is in stark contrast to the usually fixed kiosks in airports and other terminals. Combined with the Yamashita Park located nearby, the pier creates a unique landscape that has never been seen before. It has served as a beloved public space since its establishment and remains an excellent case study of landscape architecture.